everybody, and welcome back to Fresh Ink by Ultimate Autographs. My name, Donnie Rollins, to my left, and still very much alive, RJ Cars. Stepping in for Griffin for this episode is Adam Johnson. Yeah, switched up the scenery a little bit. Adam coming in from the right side now, and RJ to my left. So
another week, and I haven't changed my clothes.
Yeah, I haven't changed my shirt, hat, or underwear in a week. So a couple of good topics for this one, and then we're going to round it out with the Eric Ebron interview that you did out there in Indy with him.
In his garage next to a Range Rover.
Yeah, that's probably demoralizing.
It was something.
That was the most real interview we've done so far, that's for sure. It was in his house, in his garage.
Spoiler alert, he hates the name Eric.
Yeah.
He goes by Ebron.
He goes by Ebron.
Oh, is that right? He didn't want to
He introduced himself as Ebron.
Yes, he did.
That's pretty interesting.
So I called him Mr. Ebron in the interview because I didn't feel comfortable saying Ebron.
That's weird.
It's too.
I did it in more like a formal, we have Mr. Ebron, but just like,
sure.
Haha, but I was actually weirded
Super
out
cool.
by that.
Super cool.
Yeah, really
So all of those guys really came off as really cool, workable guys, and that was definitely an interesting setting for an autograph sign.
Yes.
Yeah,
one and only.
Yeah.
One of one.
Yeah, you can mark those items as one-of-ones. So the first thing we're going to talk about has a little bit to do with our Colts show because we kind of dictate there what goes on, but autograph inscriptions. So what the players write other than their signature on the items, what an inscription does to the value of the item, and what your most memorable or coolest inscription that you've seen on a sports item that you can remember or think of off the top of your head.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first question is, what does the inscription do to the value of the item?
I mean, obviously, it raises it because it's added value to the item. As one could assume, they cost more. Some guys allow a free inscription. You'll usually see that on some of the older guys. A lot of guys will do Hall of Fame HOF for free. And anytime you see like some cool little saying, little phrase, that usually costs more, but it helps the value of the item as well. So it's always a win-win if you're willing to pay that extra price.
So you're thinking splurge for the inscription.
Yeah, I mean, I think we see a lot here too where, there's some if you call them super inscribed helmets where usually you consider 3 or more almost a super inscribed, usually around 5 or 6 is like a super inscribed helmet. You can really add a lot of value. Maybe if it's a guy who doesn't usually sign for a high cost, you can make a really expensive, cool pricing helmet with those inscriptions. One that comes to mind is the Robert Griffin III. One we see here a lot. It's like the green matte Baylor helmet. It's got like 5 or 6 stat inscriptions from when he was in college. Obviously, he was a Heisman winner, so one of the 6 is that one. But it turns kind of an item that maybe someone doesn't want as much, it's not as desirable, to an item that is super top of line because it's just loaded up with inscriptions. And if it's done right, it looks awesome.
So, I mean, to piggyback off that, Robert Griffin III, not a very desirable signature.
Well, I wouldn't say that. If you're asking me, I would love Robert Griffin III. He was my guy when he was in college. And he still was with the Redskins, too. It's unfortunate what happened to him. But as far as we're talking value-wise, if we're buying tickets, he might not be as pricey as, say, Dan Marino, depending on the shirt.
Sure.
So, guys like that.
You made it sound like Robert Griffin. You made it sound like Robert Griffin was shocked when he was playing with the Redskins.
Well, I mean,
it was unfortunate what happened.
His knee,
Yeah. You're right. But I'm saying, for Robert Griffin III, to the regular fan, they would most definitely prefer the 6 inscribed Baylor helmet rather than a Redskin helmet with no inscription.
Exactly, and for sure.
Gotcha.
You can turn a helmet around value-wise with those inscriptions.
Right, and a guy like Robert Griffin is more desirable on a college helmet in general, I believe. So Vince Young is so desirable for a Texans helmet, but as soon as he gets onto the Titans, it's like, do we really want that? But if he's slapped onto a Texans pro or Texas Longhorns pro line, it's a win. It's a huge win in my opinion.
So what do you think is the limit to inscriptions for a guy?
I mean, some of the requests we get just as a business to fulfill, there is no limit. As much as we can fit. I think some people take it to another level.
Yeah.
Sometimes you run out of it, you really do. One that comes to mind, thank God, the Colts have a horseshoe where you can fit an inscription in the logo, where you necessarily can't do that with most of these helmets. But I would say the most I've seen is probably like 6.
So no, like Tom Brady Gettysburg Address inscription.
One that is huge, absolutely monster inscription is Rudy will I've never even spent the time to read it. It's legible. You can definitely read it. but it's he'll sign a Notre Dame helmet, and then it's some, I think it's from the movie, some like, no joke, it's like 3 or 4 sentences, like paragraph.
Oh my, that's
It's literally, he's
that's pretty cool though.
It's super cool. It's super cool. I mean, a guy like Rudy, no disrespect to him, but you almost need that a little bit. It adds a ton of value to write that.
It's almost a shame if a guy like Herb Brooks was still around to get him to do like an inscription of like part of his speech would be. I mean, I would pay for that. That would be a cool to have that written out. Like that would be a very cool. Like any other coaches or things that have like legendary sayings.
Yeah.
It would be really cool.
And I think we see that too in like condensed, not so much condensed, but like straight cash hoodie. Randy Moss. That's his phrase. Smoke weed every day.
Ricky Williams.
What were some fun ones we had with the Colts sign? Besides, who's pancakes all day?
That was Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson, being a lineman, pancake block.
Pancake blocks.
Pancakes all day. Darius Leonard was the maniac.
Mm-hmm.
The maniac.
And it's cool that Darius Leonard, I like inscriptions that are kind of timeless. He can write that anytime in his career, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a recognizable award for him. Like he could write Defensive Rookie of the Year 2018 on everything he signs from here on out. So I like that those kind of go a long way for those guys.
You can't take that away.
Right.
Unless you're Reggie Bush, who won the Heisman. But yeah, awards like that cannot be taken away. I always find it's tough for me personally. I don't know if I necessarily like, when, say for example, I don't know, who was a rookie last year who made a Pro Bowl? Like Quentin Nelson, you're right. 2018 Pro Bowl. It's like, that's cool, but it's like, that's going to age. He's going to make Pro Bowls. So do you want to invest the extra cash to write that inscription when you know he's going to probably make 9 more at least? I don't know. I like the timeless ones too. I like the nickname ones, but I would almost hold off on the 2-time Pro Bowl, the 2-time MVP until their career's over, and just kind of wait it out and then get that signature, because then you can really kind of have that final 100% complete helmet and not kick yourself 2 years later because the stats are all different.
Right, and the first thing you kind of said when I answered the question was it most definitely will rise. And I agree with you that it will rise.
Sure.
But if you've got a helmet from Quentin Nelson that says 2018 Pro Bowl, but he's made 10, I think it diminishes the value of the helmet there.
It for sure does.
Or is it like or does it add to the whole that was just from his rookie year? I mean,
you can
look at it and you can spins on that one and say, okay, well this is from this is one of his earlier signings.
No doubt.
Memorabilia isn't typically judged in terms of when he signs a rookie or when he signed down the road.
Because there's no gauge, right?
Right.
There is, if you look at some of the certs of JSA, SD, I don't know if you ever noticed that on the JSA signature debut. It'll be a blue card instead of a red card. A lot of people don't know that.
Hold on a sec.
SD, and then you'll see the serial number. That means signature debut, which a lot of people like because, again, that's most likely your pre-rookie or rookie season. You're doing your first signature debut. I think we saw that on the draft class a couple years ago at a show we went to. A lot of SD ones, and then a lot of guys from Georgia too. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but a lot of guys in this past year from Georgia had the SD. It's cool. Saquon Barkley has a lot of SD, JSA stuff. So signature debut is what it means when you see that on a JSA card. WP, a lot of people don't know either. It's witness. That's the witness. WP. You see something that doesn't start with WP, it's not witness, but it's authenticated. A little off topic.
Wow, that's a pretty good.
Fun fact.
That's a pretty good insight though.
Yeah.
As someone, you deal with a lot of our certifications and stuff. You're probably one of the best in the business when it comes to really, narrowing down on what's authentic and what's not.
Right.
And you could tell a custom jersey from 5 miles away.
Sure.
Which is your most impressive trait, in my opinion.
I go to sporting events now. That's not a licensed jersey. You can just tell by the stitching. There's a loose thread here. The numbers are wavy and shiny.
So you mean 3/4 of the United Center?
Yeah, pretty much.
Easily. I don't think I can't remember last time I went to a football game and saw an actual licensed jersey. we don't want to sell anyone out here.
I think it was the Committed Indian, or what is now Faxes from Uncle Dale, the blog, and that they sell outside the United Center. That he wrote an article that pleaded Hawks fans to stop wearing jerseys from China because it made you look stupid.
It does, and we could have a whole podcast on this.
I mean the rant. I can feel the rant building.
I think we have a Tuesday Tips about it too that differentiates. I think I was one who actually filmed it, but China jerseys, not.
It was so 2010.
And it's not, you don't see them in the industry anymore. Obviously, you shouldn't because you shouldn't have China jersey. But, go license. Spend the extra $50, $60. Nowadays, you can, with Fanatics discounts, you can get it for $70, $80, $90.
And for that,
a good one, too.
Go on eBay if you're on a strict budget, for God's sake. Go buy an old player that you like.
Plus, you're risking, you're importing things from China, which are, coming in a shitty way, don't just go to Fanatics. Just support.
This is great.
Support the league, support the team. Let's go.
Because this is everything to do with Inscriptions right now.
Yeah, this is completely off topic, but I can tell it's very passionate between both of you right now.
Like I said, we can have a whole podcast. Watch the Tuesday tips about how to
It's good.
differentiate jerseys.
Yeah, I know. Adam's probably the best in the business at that. I mean, this guy can tell a China knockoff from
China.
from China. That's good. That's good. So moving forward from the first question, what's the coolest or the most memorable inscription that you guys have seen on an item? I know mine. I know one of them. Dwight Clark from the San Francisco 49ers writes the whole play between him and Joe Montana in the back of the end zone, that catch. He writes the whole offensive line in X's and O's, and he draws the play that was drawn up, how he did on the playbook. And honestly, I wouldn't want a Dwight Clark helmet unless it was with the play inscription. I think it's really, really cool.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard of.
It's really cool.
I wouldn't want anything.
The thing is, they're very difficult to find now because people that have them are 49ers fans and they'll never lose that item. So when we get one, it's 1 in 10,000 items that we get because it's very difficult to find. It's very difficult to obtain, and when we do, it's a rather expensive price tag on one of those.
Because they actually used to see him a lot, and because he was fine for so long, and then he got sick so quick, and then died so quick, unfortunately. And now they're so rare, but at one time they were very available. Now, you never see those. They're super cool inscription. If you can even call it an inscription, it's a special.
Right.
It's on class.
Teacher.
I like Pete Rose. Pete Rose
Good.
keeps it pretty cool on his baseballs. Like he writes, "I shot JFK." I bet on baseball.
Sorry, I bet on baseball.
Yeah.
He does a lot of cool stats on there too, but he just writes random things which are funny, which are cool. Being Pete Rose are not the most expensive inscriptions, but they definitely make a pretty plain white baseball look pretty sweet.
Right.
Crazy inscription.
I
There's a lot
love
of good ones. People load up, but again, I like the nicknames. I like the funny sayings for the cash on me and all that stuff. But the funnier the better. The more entertaining the better.
Because it makes your item unique.
Yeah,
You've
more
got
so.
funny.
Because stats are great, and I love a super inscribed helmet, especially when it's the entire stats of that player for his whole career. But I'd rather have human joystick opposed to 2-time Pro Bowler. I don't care.
Yeah.
Is this
Rich
what
Recon.
Yeah, it's give me the nickname, give me something that's timeless. Nobody really cares after it's all said and done if you were a first round pick, because it's you're either good or you weren't. You either played 10 years or you played 3 years, and you got a Kevin White first round pick inscribed helmet that would be worth nothing because he played 8 games for the
Yeah.
he's still in the league or whatever, but it's I'd rather have his nickname. If I'm gonna have a helmet, I'm good on the stats.
I like a cool one that I saw, and it really helps his value as well because a lot of people tend to dislike this guy's Kirk Cousins. He came and he said, "You like that? You like that?" Is in one of his most memorable quotes as a Redskin. He said, "You like that?" And people had him inscribe "You like that" on a lot of his Redskin items. He went to the Vikings, and I've seen helmets that say "You like that," and I think that is really cool.
I have not seen it.
That's a really, really cool. You like that? I think it's really clever. It stands out. It's funny. Again, funny things on helmets go a long way. Because
cool ones in here. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we have one. That's the Kirk Cousins overpaid edition right there.
yeah,
That's a AP all day. That's cool.
Yeah, AP all day. That's good.
I've seen in Green Bay. I was lucky enough to see. It went quick. This was years ago. A Reggie White, Minister of Defense. He had the Minister of Defense across which he didn't do many inscriptions, or most of them were Bible verses, I believe.
Yeah.
But seeing that was really that was something where I think it was a couple $1,000 for it, and it's just damn. That's something I'm not a big big autograph. I don't have a massive collection myself, and I would buy something like that. If I had to scratch, as Donnie calls it, which I just learned today, scratch is money. It's not an injury or a malice attack towards an individual. It's just money.
You got the scratch. You go for it.
I think we were talking about buying into a break or something too.
Well,
I was I'd get in if I had scratch.
Trying to scratch.
I've heard my cousin in England likes to say, I got some shrapnel in my pocket. He's got
Shrapnel?
spare change.
That's
A
cool.
little shrapnel in the pocket.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, so
Thank
You're
you.
gonna use that all day.
take that to the bank. No pun intended.
That's fantastic.
Take it to the bank. I like that.
That's good too.
You can scrape up a little shrapnel,
I got some scratch.
Scratch.
Right now. I didn't play in the break. Now I have to scratch. I saved money. So another kind of good inscription that we just saw, Darius Geis wrote, "I'm a savage." on a lot of his items because it ties to his social media stuff.
Yeah.
I think his Twitter profile is
He's like
savage.
I think he does like a lot of like that Twitch stuff, kind of like Juice and the Schuster does.
Yeah, they're like streamers.
Streamers, like Fortnite, I think
Right.
it's like Fortnite and Call of Duty and stuff, and it relates to his. He was actually, when we had him write it, he was actually kind of surprised. He totally understood it, but he was like, I've never written this before, and now I've kind of seen it pop up a little bit elsewhere too, so when I caught on a little bit. But yeah, cool things like that, just something to differentiate and build off the players.
Like Brett Favre as Gunslinger.
Gunslinger's sick.
Peyton Manning as the Sheriff.
No, I don't think he'll write that.
But he has in the past.
Oh, he has, but I don't think he writes that anymore. I don't know why.
It's just a really cool thing to have.
Yeah, if you have one that says that, that's sick.
Maybe we'll get guys writing gamer tags soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure. I mean, that's
That would really connect the young guys. I mean, e-gaming, what?
E-gaming, it's huge.
15,000 people to an arena to watch like 10 people play video games.
Yeah,
So
I'm all about that.
dude,
I'm cool with that.
I had to scratch
it's a new. God, here we go.
Give this kid a camera. It'll be the next.
If I had scratch, I would go to a lot of e-gaming events. Just watch people play FIFA.
Vegas, man. I'm in Vegas, which would be even worse for you.
If I had the scratch, I
If
would
you
go
had a
Vegas.
scratch, you'd be in Vegas.
You said scratch now 4 times in 30
I
seconds.
can't get over
That's
it.
like the drinking game.
Fantastic.
If you play.
If someone wants to play a drinking game for the next episode that's watching right now, every time I say scratch, you have to take a shot.
Yeah.
And you may be dead
We'll have
by the scratch.
no listeners left.
They'd all be dead by the end of the podcast.
Just like me.
Yeah, like RJ after you replaced that. Did you hear about that? I said, when you came back, I said RJ's no longer with us.
Yeah.
It's implying that he had died.
Wow.
Either terminated or terminated from life.
I wouldn't say it's your best joke, but I get it. I understand.
What? That he was no longer with us?
Yeah.
Or
that's-
scratch.
Shut up, not scratch. You don't know anything. So, moving forward from the inscriptions, they go a long way in terms of how much they bring up value and
Bring
whatnot.
value up. If you want to pay more money, get the inscription.
Definitely.
It adds a lot of character to the act.
So, talking now from the standpoint of a fan, going to an autograph signing where your favorite athlete is there or someone you admire and want their autograph, we're going to talk about the dues. Why are you laughing already?
Bring plenty of scratch.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right.
I was waiting for that one.
I can't kill it. I can't.
That is a good one, Mike.
I want to just kind of get your opinion because we've been in the industry, we've seen it from both the outside and the inside. So what's some do's and some don'ts when you're going to an autograph signing that's hosted by a company? Not when you see him at the field on spring training or practice pre-season is the one I was going for.
Spring break.
Spring break, yeah, yeah, whatever. What's some of the do's and don'ts at an autograph signing held by a company?
And this is, I think, a good question for us because, I speak for myself, I'm more of a fan first.
Right.
I'm an employee. I mean, regardless if I worked here, I would be, I'm on that side anyway. I'm a huge collector, as we've talked about in the past. My big thing is give yourself time. Plan for chaos because a lot of these signings are very, I wouldn't say unorganized. They're organized, but it's just, there's a lot of chaos. You're dealing with, depending on the venue, you don't know the setup. Everyone's trying to go to the same place and do the same exact thing. So allow yourself time, get there early. Expect somewhat of a delay. I mean, anytime you're dealing with a celebrity or an athlete, you're relying on them to show up.
Right.
For any event, I mean, you're relying on the athlete to show up. Don't take it out on the, not just us, but don't take it out on the show you're at because the guy's 20 minutes late.
Right.
It's like, the employees are in the back room watching the clock on the phone with the guy or the agent the whole time, trying to figure out what this guy is. So just plan time. If the signing's at 3 o'clock, don't plan on leaving at 3:15.
Right.
Plan on leaving at 4:15 and hope for the best. Because there's a lot of moving parts and you're relying on a lot of people to, hit that time slot. It's not always that easy.
I agree.
Yeah, it's often forgotten that we're not just the company that's running it, but the fan. You're at the mercy of the athlete.
Yeah.
Like you have guys who are there and they're like, I got nothing to do today, and they'll talk to every single fan. They'll be like, hey man, what's your name? Like, even if you don't introduce yourself,
Right.
they'll be talkative. Or then you have that guy who shows up and in his head he's like, I got 45 minutes and I'm out of here. Because he knows it's, if the time deal or whatnot, he knows that I'm done. Like, I got X amount of time in front of the fans. He might not even get eye contact, so maybe manage expectations is the best thing to say.
Exactly.
Obviously, you're going to get what you came for. You're going to get what you paid for, but don't build it up in your head as some like, I'm going to talk to him and ask him this question.
Right.
Maybe he'll take a selfie with me. Trust me, if there's no photo booth option, you're probably not getting a picture.
And
So,
the company probably won't, whatever show you're at, they probably won't let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, people are paying for that. you need no selfies at the table, mostly.
Right.
Don't be that guy.
My big thing would be just have patience when you get there. Have patience when you get there, because you're gonna get there and people will already be there before you.
Right.
No matter what time you show up, people have dedicated their lives to this day to meet this athlete,
Yeah.
and they're gonna show up 4 hours early to meet their athlete that shows up in 4 hours because they have to be the first one there.
Right.
You're not gonna be the first one there no matter what time you show up. There's someone who's already dedicated their day to this. Okay, have patience when you get there. You're gonna get your autograph. It'll happen. You're up in line. He's there to sign your autographs. He'll do it for you. You know, get there. Have patience. Don't cause a scene if it's taking too long or the athlete is late. Dedicate your day to it. You're right when you say time.
Yeah, give your
Just relax. It'll get done.
I've had athletes, or we've had athletes that, I mean, 9 out of 10 of them, perfect, awesome. I mean, they exceed all expectations as far as just people, person. But there's always that one where I won't specifically name names, but it was a piece deal, so he's signing X amount of pieces or whatever it was. And he's about 20 signatures in, and he looks at me and goes, do you know what time I can leave? And I'm like, I totally like misunderstood him and like was like explaining something else. He goes, no, I have a plane to catch in like 2 hours, so like, do you know what time I can come out of here? I'm like, well, whenever you sign X amount of pieces or whatever. And he's just like upset about it. He's like, and then you know you gotta bring him out to the public, and he's in a bad mood. So it's like there's always that guy. There's always an athlete that kind of can ruin it. But again, if you just allow yourself time and you know don't go in with a super high expectation, you're gonna get your item. You're gonna have a good experience. You know, just be patient, and it'll all work out.
Yeah, so if there's multiple athletes, you plan for multiple hours. Honestly, bring a backpack,
Have fun with it.
bring your phone, bring a charger, bring an iPad.
You're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah, you're gonna be there for a while. Be prepared, and then when you do get up in your moment, it's gonna last like 10 seconds, like 10 seconds. Instead of worrying about getting like a selfie or something like that, take a picture of the athlete signing your piece, because we don't offer that.
It's hard.
And it's hard, and it's cool. Like that's your piece. Like you're right in front of them. You can get the perfect framed up shot, and that can go in with your helmet, or that can go in with your whatever you get. And I think a lot of fans forget that. So if there's no photo opportunity type stuff, take a picture of the guy signing your actual item.
Exactly, and if it's for your personal collection, you know you can skip the Beckett, JSA, PSA line and just
There
use
you
your
go.
photo.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
need more proof than you know. A lot of guys have individual items, especially now with all these custom helmets and whatnot. Take a picture of your athlete signing it. Worry about that. There's your cert right there.
And lastly, if you're a people person, usually talk to other fans. If you're a fan of that guy, like there's a bunch of fans who like enjoy yourself. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. I have a pretty good do, and it's be prepared when you're up there. You know exactly what color marker you want.
I was just going to get into that.
You
Bring
have-
your own marker.
Bring your own marker, because then you can't complain if it's not up there, and then your whole day's ruined because the company that you're going through doesn't have the marker that you want.
Exactly, because people assume that the athlete knows what to sign
Yeah.
in with, and they don't.
They don't.
Definitely don't. I mean, I've had guys sign 100 of the same helmet, stop for 15 minutes, and come back and pick up a totally different marker.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We just signed 100 of these in
Yes.
black. Why did you pick up the blue?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to assume, and the athlete's moving too. He wants to, you know, as much as he wants to be there to see his fans, has a pace
They have
too.
other stuff to do.
And the company's pushing him, so it's like when he goes to grab that marker, you know, hand him the marker. Don't let him grab the marker.
Right.
I think we saw, you know, being Chicago-based, we saw a lot of stuff from the Chicago 100 event, and I saw a couple of photos where it was like, got my football signed, and it's like a brown football signed in like orange shirt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you know,
You
he
really gotta know what you're
grabbed the
doing
orange
to get up
shirt,
there.
but
I mean, there's only so much you can do in the moment. You know, if he grabs a blue Sharpie and signs it, you can be like, ah.
and you don't want to tell the athlete like, no. I mean,
Yes,
this is,
because
know,
you will freeze up there.
Yeah.
Like, you be prepared to freeze, because you will.
Yeah,
Because it's someone that you see on TV, now in person, right there, you're gonna freeze up. It's gonna happen. So what you can do is be patient and get up there and know what to do, know what color, and know exactly where he's gonna sign.
Test your pen.
Yes.
Test your
and
color.
have your item facing that direction, because especially the deeper you are in line, that guy is literally, if you wanted the helmet facing, for those who are just listening, facing to the right, you know, the helmet, the face mask facing to the right, you want the right side of the helmet, whatever.
Right.
If you hand it to him with the left side facing, and he's an autopilot, before you can even blink, he's going to already have his autograph down.
Right. Again, another thing we see where an athlete will sign 100 helmets on one side, and then you just hand him the 101st helmet, and all of a sudden it's like, goes on the other side. It's like, no.
Stop.
You haven't fixed it. But, yeah, they're totally on autopilot. Tape up your helmet too. Get painter's tape.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get duct tape. Don't get scotch tape. Don't none of that. That could take the finish off the helmet. Use painter's tape for sure. If you're getting an inscription, put arrows, put what the inscription is, box it off, do what you got to do to make sure that they sign in that spot with your desired inscription.
I was gonna say, make it as easy on the athlete as possible, because they'll appreciate that and they'll want to talk to you because you just saved them time. And, what do you want me to sign this? What color? What am I doing? Because he's gonna get frustrated, then you're gonna get freaked out even more. Like, this guy's gonna kill me. He's an offensive lineman. He's gonna murder me. And you could say, oh no, just right by the tape, sir. Thank you for everything. We appreciate it. Shake his hand and go. Like, they want to talk. They want to talk to you as much as they can. But like you said, they have an agenda that day. They want to get out of there. So as much as you waited in line, you want to make it a huge event and huge moment for yourself. I mean, just get in and get out. Your item's signed and done. It's a huge memory regardless of the situation.
You wait in line that long, you pay that money, do everything you can. Tape it up, test your pen, bring your pen, and just make it an easy and fun experience to where you're going to want to keep that item forever.
Yeah, don't wait in line for an hour. Sorry,
No, you're good.
Don't wait in line for an hour and then be unprepared when you get up there.
Yeah.
I've also noticed too with painter's tape, when you're boxing it off, the bigger or smaller you put it, you can control the size of their autograph.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you give them a bigger spot, if you actually box off a large spot, they have a tendency to fill that entire spot.
Right.
So if you're going for a helmet that has multiple guys on it, if you box it smaller, they'll make it smaller. So a lot of fans don't realize you really can kind of control, based on it's just how they see it, but control the size of the player's
I think you
autograph.
see that too. There's guys like Charles Woodson. He has a really cool signature, but really small. I mean, if you literally box it off, it's going to mentally tell him to fill that box.
Yeah, but I think you brought it to my attention this week. Like,
It's tiny.
look at how tiny this
It's like
guy's
a thumbprint.
Yeah,
It's small. It's cool. It's like
quite
legible.
funny.
It's definitely one of a kind, but it's very small.
Actually, just thought something. Would you rather, as a Packers fan, you kind of can't answer this, would you have Charles Woodson on a Packers helmet or a Raiders
We did
helmet?
talk about this.
I mean, honestly, I'd have to look up his accolades.
Sure.
Being 25, I kind of knew him more. I mean, I knew him as a Raider too before he was with the Packers, but like I remember him with the Packers, and maybe that's me just being a Midwesterner Bears fan too, just thinking of him that way. But I would still go with Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, he started his career, ended his career. Was he ever like Defensive Player of the Year? I doubt it, right?
We'd have to really get into the stats, but
It's probably pretty close.
I remember watching him as a Packer because
I
we
do
would watch
too.
Bears
Yeah,
games and
yeah.
stuff, and remember him being pretty dominant as a
You probably know
Packer.
better than we do.
I remember obviously I remember his Raiders career too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 30 in February. God help me. But no, I do remember. Yeah, I remember as a Raider. I think growing up, I remember seeing more child. I remember seeing Woodson Raiders jerseys.
Right.
But then when he came to the Packers, that second career, as a collector though, I mean, you get so many more options because you can throw him on the Super Bowl 45 team. You can have him on a helmet with just the 45 logo on the back. You can do the half Packer, half 40. I mean, there's a little more options if you're having him sign like Packer related stuff because he is a Super Bowl champion. That's why it sticks in my mind. I think that's why Woodson, I think with you guys too, sticks more.
Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl with the Packers.
Right.
I hate to say it
Was
too,
the
but
defining moment.
helmets look sick. When you say that. I love like the shiny.
Yeah,
the
it's a
black
pretty-
shiny.
He broke his collarbone in the Super Bowl too, breaking up a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a big moment. So yeah.
Yeah, Packers helmets stick out more to me. Raiders helmets stick out more.
I think you have more. I don't know. I just like the gray with the black, like that silver
It
with
definitely
the
looks
black.
clean. I don't know.
I would think there's more room for like custom helmets with the Raiders. You get like those alternate decals and stuff.
Hydro dip skull.
Yeah, you can get like a
How much you know the Packers?
skull
Not
hydro
a cheese.
chrome speed flex.
Cheese.
Yeah, cheese hydro dip. I've never seen that. Surprisingly.
A cheese hydro?
Like a cheese.
Stay tuned, fans.
Swiss cheese.
I like that.
Never seen a hydro dip like that. I mean,
It looks like cheese.
We're not running this until we have stock in hydrogen
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, cheese hydros.
Yeah, so copyright patent pending.
Yeah, copyright that.
So yeah, we pretty much those are only two topics for this episode, I believe.
You run interview after. So.
Yeah, so let's roll into the
Coming up next is our rant on China jerseys.
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be the next episode. We'll say you two
Don't buy
talk. Don't buy them.
They're
Look
asshole
bad.
if you do.
You do what you pay for.
I told
That's stupid.
I told everyone I'm coming in uncensored, everybody, so watch out.
That's what you got going for you. I think you're like the wild card. You're like, wow, this guy
This
might.
episode's itchy.
I might cut the brakes and jump out the back of the van.
Right, you're right.
All
Right. So that's all she wrote for episode 11. or episode 12?
It's 12.
It is 12. I mentioned 12 at the beginning, thank God. Episode 12 of Fresh Ink. Thanks for guys for joining us. We're going to roll into the Eric Ebron interview with our guy, RJ. Our guy, RJ.
From our Range Rover.
Our guy, RJ.
Nice.
There you go. Thanks for guys watching. We'll see you guys next time.
First and goal. Ebron, what a year for him. Eric Ebron, touchdown Colts.
All right, sports fans, I'm here with the one and only Mr. Ebron.
How you doing?
He's glad to take a little time out of his day to say hi to everyone at Ultimate Autographs, and we'll start it off quick for you because I know there are tee times to get to, and that's important.
Absolutely.
We have
As
to
you see, we're both dressed golf.
I'm not playing. I'm just sweating to death. I should have dressed a lot less, but hey, that's it. But no, first question I want to ask you is who was your hero growing up? Who was sports, music, whatever?
Idolizing wise, my heroes was always my brothers. I got two older brothers, two guys that I respect, that were always there, that never let me down in anything. Actor wise, Will Smith. I've never met him. Can't wait to. Feel like it's coming soon.
All right.
Maybe a few more touchdowns here and there. A couple more wins.
Your people and his people can't get together?
Well, maybe one
Figure
day.
it out.
And that was pretty much all my heroes. Things that I looked up to, things that I liked, was just them two.
So when was that it moment? That moment clicked like, shit, I can make a living playing football.
I would say my senior year of high school, I was just dominant, just like dominating everyone, everything, and I just felt like I could do this forever, like easily. I could always be the most talented. Then I get to college and realize I'm not as talented as I thought I was. These guys are a little bit more talented than I am. But then again, I realized they're not more talented than me. They're just smarter than I am within the game. So the more I just kept building mentally, I've always felt physically I was always the most dominant person or one of the greatest athletes to be on the field. But mentally, it came at like when I'm my senior high school and then probably like my junior year of college. I realized I can do this at the professional level.
That working smarter, not harder.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, figuring it out. Yeah, everything's got the puzzle pieces. You put those together and things click. Yep. Awesome. Well, I did a little Instagram stalking. Saw the TW irons and got to say we're both dressed. So is golf the main hobby or what do you like to do outside of the?
Well,
football?
I feel like golf is now that I'm married with kids. I feel like golf is my oasis. No people don't really get to go to barbershops and talk about things anymore because I just can't walk into a barbershop and want to talk about life. I got to talk about football all the time. So I feel like golf has got me a place where I can go and just relax, debrief from long days, from family. Get a couple, 3, 4, 5, 6, however long it takes, hours in, and then, come back and be ready for whatever else is put in front of me. So I just feel like golf is that it for me right now.
Absolutely. I feel like that's a great way for athletes across all sports to connect too, because it's the one game you're all not pros at.
Exactly.
So you can play with a baseball player, hockey
That's
player.
true.
Grow your network, meet a lot of people, and it's fun. Well, I want to thank you a lot for your time. We don't want to,
no problem.
Like I said, tea times to make. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, man.
All right, Ultimate Autograph fans, look for Mr. Ebron in some of our upcoming series.